Dumelang, sanbonani, avsheni, molweni, and welcome back to my channel, ladies. If you are new here, igama lam andisiwe. I talk about feminine energy, inner healing, and becoming the best version of yourself so that you can live your best life. And if that is something that is interesting to you, please click the like button below and subscribe to my channel. Join the family. Let's heal, let's grow together. Now, to the young lady who requested this video was a special request. You are not alone. You are not alone. I've been in the situation that you are in 5 years ago. I know exactly how it feels to be where you are right now. And there's a lot of young women who are going through the same thing, the same situation that you are in. So you are not alone, my love. You are not alone. Now, let's dive in. Nobody is examined for life. We go through things that we've never experienced before. We go through a lot of hardships and a lot of things, but we overcome, we go through, we pass them. But the minute now, you are always depressed, you are always anxious about life, you're always scared about life, you're always scared about life, you're always scared and frustrated and anxious, like you are living in fear. That is not a rut. You are not in a rut. If that's you, you are in survival mode. You are depressed, you are anxious about life, you're living in fear, you are scared, you don't sleep, you're overthinking, you can't even control or stop the overthinking. You are in survival mode. You are not in a rut. Now, what is survival mode? Survival mode is a state of a continual, unresolved, chronic stress, where your nervous system is perpetually activated, causing you to respond with a fight or flight mode response. So that is survival mode. You are in a state of a chronic unresolved stress, and your nervous system is always activated, and that is making you to be on fight or flight response. To make it easier for you to understand, when your brain senses danger, your brain will pump up stress hormone. That stress hormone is preparing your body for fight or to flee and run for safety. Making an example, you are in a field, you see a lion or you see a mapara. What's going to happen? Your brain is going to pump up stress hormone, and then you're going to run away from that lion. You're going to run and outrun the lion or amapara. That moment where, excuse me ladies, in that moment where you are running for your life to safety, that moment in there is called survival mode. When you're in survival mode, ladies, you cannot pee, you cannot relax, you cannot sleep, you can't take selfies in survival mode, you cannot sleep, you can't look for employment or a job in survival mode. You are in survival mode. You are not living, you are surviving the danger. You're running for your life. That is survival mode. Now, our bodies can be in survival mode, but we are only designed to be in survival mode for a short period of time. When there is that danger, and then the stress hormone is gonna respond, and then we run for our lives, because the stress hormone is there to keep us alert. That is cortisol, your stress hormone. It's there to make us alert. You're gonna run for your life. You're gonna run for survival. You're gonna run for safety, because there's danger. But nowadays, there's a lot of people in survival mode. I was in survival mode, but there's no lion, there's no danger. What is making us to be in survival mode is the thought pattern that we have. Everything that we're thinking bad things, and then we feel bad, and then the body senses danger and then releases cortisol, and then boom, we are on fight or flight mode. We don't even know how we get there. There is no danger. There is no danger, but the thought we're thinking, they're making us to feel scared, as if life is dangerous, of which there is no danger. Let me come back, ladies, so that I don't miss out my points. So The emotion that triggers fight or flight response is fear, it's anxiety, and you're always scared. You are in fear, you are anxious about life, you are irritated. Those are the feelings, the anger and anger and danger. Those are the emotions that trigger fight or flight response. Now, when I was in survival mode, ladies, these are the signs that I had. First of all, I was hypervigilant. I was always expecting the worst to happen. I had digestive issues. I couldn't go to the bathroom to eliminate. I couldn't sleep. My brain was busy working. I would try to sleep, but at the back of my mind, when I'm sleeping, my mind is working. The minute I wake up, if maybe, luckily, I did end up sleeping, the minute I open my eyes, the brain resumed the overthinking and overworking. It was beyond my control. I couldn't help anything. I couldn't do it. And I was overwhelmed and I was exhausted and overwhelmed because I'm always anxious about life, because my nervous system is dysregulated. I'm always on fight or flight response, waiting for danger to protect myself from danger. And there was no danger. If those are the signs, you are in survival mode. You are not anxious. You are not in a rut. You are in survival mode. Now, point number one, acknowledge that you're anxious about life. You're always in fear. You're scared about life. You're not living, you're surviving. Accept that, because when you accept that you're anxious about life, you were scared about life, you're accepting that you are in survival mode. You are not living, you're surviving. The minute you accept that is the beginning of a healing journey, because you're accepting it, you're acknowledging it, and you don't want to have a nervous system that is dysregulated. You don't want that. Now, point number two, I'm gonna be quick, ladies, because my phone has been giving me problems for no reason. Point number two, life is not seeking out ways to harm you. Life is not busy seeking out ways to harm you or to make things difficult for you. That is not life. It's your thought pattern, or the negative bad thought pattern, that makes you feel scared and be anxious about life. And then when you're scared and anxious about life, your brain senses out danger, and then it releases stress hormone to prepare you for fight or to flee the danger. Life is not looking for ways to harm you. Please understand that life is not looking out for ways to make things difficult for you or to harm you. So now it's time for you to rewire your brain. How are you going to do this? This is what I did when I rewired my brain from all the negative thought pattern. You're going to write a note. Life is always working out well for me. Put that note in your fridge, put it in your laptop, put it in your wardrobe, put it where it's going to be visible for you all the time. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, ladies, I'm trying to be fast because I said the phone has been giving me problems with storage. So write that note. Life is always working out well for me. Put it everywhere where it's visible, even in your phone, in your laptop, in your fridge. Tell yourself, whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever you feel depressed, whenever you feel anxious, tell yourself, life is always working out well for me despite the circumstances. Life is always working out well for me. Tell yourself that. Let that be your belief, and believe it and trust it. Why I'm saying believe it and trust it? Because you've never believed anything. You've never trust life. You didn't trust that life is always working out well for you. You didn't expect anything good out of life. You always thought that life is just, things are difficult for you. Things are difficult. You always expected the way that life is making things difficult for you. Now you are in a roller coaster of bad experiences about life. You don't even know that it's your subconscious belief. You're not expecting anything. You didn't trust life. Give life a chance. For me, I'm a Christian. I believe that the Lord Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I am not alone. I have a Savior. I'm not alone. As a result, I always believe that life is always working out well for me. If you're not a Christian, I don't know what you're going to do, but trust that life is always working out well for you. Trust life. Life is always working out well for you. All the time when you feel overwhelmed, life is always working out well for you. Simple. That is how you're going to rewire your brain. That's what I did for myself. Remember, it's not life. It's your thought pattern. Now, this is what you're going to do. Now you have to heal out of survival mode. How to heal out of survival mode. How to regulate your nervous system. This is what I did, ladies. I have done this video before. I am going to attach it again. Number one, you're going to do inner work. Inner work is going within you. How are you going to do that? You're going to ask yourself, how was your childhood? You're going to journal about your childhood. From the age of 6 to the age of high school, I don't know, from the age of 6, how was your childhood? How were you raised? How did your parents raise you? Journal about this. Write yourself a letter about your childhood. You're writing a letter about your childhood. You're writing you, the adult you. Read that letter. Now, when you're reading the letter, remember you're writing exactly what happened in your childhood, ugly as it was, if it was ugly or toxic as mine. My childhood was toxic. So you're going to write it, read it. After reading it, ask yourself, would you raise a child like this? If no, then you will know that this is not how you were supposed to be raised. The person who raised you the way he was raised or she was raised. They raised you the best way they know how. And that is not a way to raise a child. You probably have childhood traumas like I was. That is not how you were supposed to be raised. It was beyond your control. It was not your fault. It was not your fault. Everything that happened in your childhood, it was not your fault. Now, journaling is therapy. When you're putting an ink to a paper, that is healing. Please do this. Write that letter to yourself about all your childhood, all the traumas that you went through, even in high school. Write about it. Now, point number 2 on how to heal out of survival mode. This is what I did. You're going to practice being mindful. Practicing being mindful, meaning closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, watching your thoughts. That is how you're going to be able to break that negative thought pattern. You're going to close your eyes, focus on your breath. Focus on your breath. What's going to happen? Those thought patterns, they're going to come. That's how you're going to catch them. And then you're going to ask yourself, who told me that? Who told me that I'm ugly? Who told me that life has to be difficult for me before having a financial breakthrough? I'm making an example. I don't know what are your thought patterns, but closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, is you are watching your thoughts. They're going to come. You're going to catch them. Number 2, in this process of practicing being mindful, you're going to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are something way much bigger and beautiful than your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. They come and go. They leave you. You are not your thoughts. You are a beautiful soul that God created to live in this body and to live a life that glorifies His name. You are not your thoughts. You will realize that when you're practicing being mindful and catching out all the negative thoughts, right? Remember, I said what is making you to be anxious about life is your thought. It's not life. It's a scary negative thought pattern that you have, not life. Also, what I did when I was practicing being mindful, I did a guided meditation, yes, by Breathwork Bestie. Breathwork Bestie to heal an inner child, guys. I'm gonna write it on the description as well so that you can check it out. It's on Spotify. Search for Breathwork Bestie on how to heal an inner child. It's gonna help you a lot. Now, number three, this is what I did when I was healing out of survival mode, which is regulating my nervous system. I created healthy boundaries. Remember, if you grew up in a chaotic environment, you probably a people pleaser. I learned to people please at a young age because I wanted to belong, because I wanted to be loved, because I was love starved as a child. I was neglected as a child. No one gave me attention or validated my feelings as a child. So I had to live my life learning to people please, tiptoeing around. If you grow up a people pleaser, you're probably a people pleaser even now, at an old age now. You're an adult, but you're still pleasing people. So I created healthy boundaries that supports me. It was not easy because, like I said, I was a people pleaser from a young age. What enabled me to build up healthy and create healthy boundaries for myself, I found a photo of myself when I was 6. Look for a photo of you as a child. Make that photo, save it on your phone. I remember what she went through. Remember what that 6-year-old girl went through, what she's been through. And now you are matured enough to protect her now because she still lives in you. You're going to create boundaries for her. You can't have boundaries for you. People pleasing, do it for her. I created boundaries, healthy, strong boundaries, because of the 6-year-old me that's still in me. That's what I did, ladies. So when you're creating healthy boundaries, first thing first, you're gonna exclude yourself from toxic friendships, from friendships that don't support you, from friendships that actually make you to be in survival mode. Exclude yourself from toxic situation. Remove toxic people away from you, and peel off your energy from these people. These people, you always worry, am I okay? Is she okay? Is he okay? You're trying to always tiptoeing, walking around, walking on eggshells to make this person happy so that you can have a sense of belonging. You're trying to please this person, though this person can love you and not leave you. Why? Because you were neglected as a child. Peel off your energy from those people. Put it on your healing journey. Put it on your healing journey. Tell yourself that you're going to focus on healing yourself, regulating your nervous system, because your nervous system was thrown off from a childhood. If you want to know when and how your nervous system was thrown off, it was dysregulated from a young age. You know, so you're going to peel off your energy from all these people, toxic environment, toxic people. The other thing that I personally did was to peel off my energy from social media and from the entertainment that I was consuming, the bad news that I was always watching, everything that is happening all over the world. Those were the things that were making me to be anxious about life, to be scared about life, because I'm always consuming bad news all the time. Social media, you go on Instagram, you see these content creators with beautiful apartments, with a handsome husband, with beautiful homes. You wonder, when am I going to get this? When is it going to happen for me? I had to create my own world. I'm not saying do this. Social media is good, but when it's toxic, it can be toxic. I removed myself from social media for 1 year and 6 months. I planted myself and I kept on watering myself for 1 year and 6 months, and I am so happy I did that, because now on social media I go there, I don't get my nervous system does not get thrown off when I see people being successful and getting their own things. I'm happy for them now, but previously it was different. So ladies, like I said, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be fast because of this phone. Now, when you're done with healing of survival mode, like I said, ladies, first thing first, write a letter to yourself. You're practicing being mindful. That's number 3. You're creating healthy boundaries. Those are the things that I did. And after regulating my nervous system, I took on a journey to learn my self-worth. This is where your unemployment comes in. If you don't feel worthy and deserving of getting that job is not going to come. And our parents, ladies, they didn't tell us about self-worth. They didn't teach us about self-worth because their parents never told them about self-worth. We grew up with an illusion that well-off people, rich people, they got the things that they have because they are worthy and deserving and privileged of those things. And those beautiful things that they have, we see them, we desire them, but we don't feel worthy to have them because we don't know these things. We're coming from humble beginnings. We see good things, we desire them, but do you feel worthy to have this? No. You think they are worthy and deserving of these things, not us, because they're privileged. Your self-worth is going to take you far. I'm saying learn your self-worth, because a lot of people, they're saying fake it till you make it. When you're faking it till you make it, it's not going to work. Learn your self-worth, because when you learn and understand that you are worthy of everything on God's green earth, nobody can take that thing away from you. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of an abundant life. Understand that. How are you going to understand that? Learn it. I made a video on how to heal, how to learn your self-worth. I'm also going to attach it. It's one of the first videos that I made when I started this channel, ladies. I'm going to attach it on the description below. Learn your self-worth. If you're looking for a job because you want to support your family, you want to change the family at home, you want to support your siblings, those are beautiful things. That's great. But that is a wound. You're looking for a job out of a wounded energy. You don't feel worthy and deserving of this job. You want this job because you want to take care of your mother so that you can have a good relationship with your mother, so that you can feel good about yourself. Why is that you don't have a good relationship with your mom right now? You know? So learn your self-worth. Understand that you are worthy and deserving of everything on God's green earth. And ladies, I always make this analogy of a cat. If you run after a cat, the cat is going to run away from you. If you're chasing the cat, that cat is going to run away from you. When you sit in the couch watching your TV, minding your own business, that cat is going to come and sit next to you, if not in your lap. Why? Because you have become a safe space for that cat now. That is money. That is love. Be a safe space for love, or be a safe space for money. You cannot chase money. You cannot chase love. You cannot chase a job. Be a safe space for that job. How? Learn your self-worth. Learn and understand your self-worth. You are worthy. You are not here just anyhow. You are here for a reason. God created you for a reason. There's a verse in the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah. God says, I knew you. I formed you in your mother's womb. I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb, and I set you apart. You are here for a purpose. God has a plan. He knew you before he formed you in your mother's womb. He knew you and he loved you so much. Then he formed you in your mother's womb. But that means you are worthy. You are worthy of everything on God's green earth. You have to know that and feel it. Doing affirmations, I'm worthy, it's not going to be enough. But I'm going to attach exactly how I did it on my video. I'm going to attach it in the description below. Learn your self-worth. You can't look for a job because when you want to belong, you want to feel loved by your parents, you want to feel good about yourself. You can't do something for a man because you want this man to love you. You're worthy of love. You have to be loved by doing nothing. You have to do nothing. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of financial freedom. You are worthy of everything on God's green earth. Know it, understand it. How are you going to do that? Learn your self-worth. These content creators that we love, it's not easy. It's not difficult for those people to make money. It's easy. It's easy for Abu Grace Mondlana to make money. Why? Because she knows that she's worthy and deserving of that money. And she's a safe space for that money, for that financial freedom. Learn your self-worth, ladies. If you're struggling with unemployment, it's because you don't know your self-worth. You're looking for a job from a place of lack, from a place of wound. You're not feeling whole. You're not deserving of this job. You see beautiful things. We desire them. But do you feel worth and deserving of these things? No. Why? Because you don't know your self-worth. I'm hoping that this video, ladies, is going to make a lot of sense. I hope that you find value in this video, and if you do, please share it with your friends and with your family. And if there's something that you don't understand, please send me an email. Let's talk about this. Let me help you. You understand? So please share the video with your friends and family, ladies, and I love you so much, so much. Take care of yourself. Have grace with yourself. Don't rush the becoming. Don't rush to the becoming. Enjoy the process of becoming the best version of yourself. Enjoy it. Love it. It's not about the final product. It's about enjoying the process of becoming the best version of yourself. I don't want to talk too much, ladies. I love you so much. Bye.